Hello, hello, hello. This is Tiffany with Healthy Passions. If you do not know me, let me briefly introduce myself. I am a certified personal trainer, certified wellness coach, certified energy healer by birth. I'm an oracle prophetess and a natural healer. So it is a little late, but I'm going to go ahead and complete my obligation. I was getting ready for bed and Most High reminded me, hey, it's Friday. You have to do your Herbal Friday. So I'm going to do it really fast and get it out this evening, just to keep my word. The Most High has been really iterating to me about, keeping our word. And but the main thing that he's been getting on to me about is not to be so judgmental or judgy towards people. So that's something that I was working on. I always take a moment every once in a while and I ask the Most High to examine my heart and then reveal to me if there's any sin or if there's something that I'm doing that is not pleasing to him, whether it's sin or not. And that was the thing that he brought to mind, that sometimes I'm a little too judgy right off the bat. Yeah, what I'm saying might be true, but I don't have to respond certain ways and things like that. So um, he's working on that part of it for me. It's not that I think that I'm high and mighty or that I'm better than anyone else. That's not what the issue is. But when I do get something or know something, sometimes I don't want to be around that person. But the Most High may want me to say something to that person. And so he wants me to check myself before I immediately just, distance myself from someone for whatever reason. And he also reminded me of how long it took me to get to where I am spiritually, and that, he reminded me that people are working through at different paces and they're doing different time frames of things. So they may not be in a so great spot spiritually at the time they come across me. And he wants me to not necessarily judge and the only way that he wants me to kind of stay away from a person is if my discernment kicks in and they're dangerous, and then he'll be like, nah. But other than that, he just kind of wants me to watch that. So I want to stay true to my obligation on Herbal Fridays and put it out on Friday, even if it's late. So this week we are going to do chickweed. Right, chickweed is an annual plant, right? And it this herb is naturalized in many parts of North America. It is sometimes referred to as a common chickweed to distinguish it from other plants with the same name. It is also referred to as winterweed, maruns, starweed, and chickenwort, chickenwort, among others. It is commonly grown as feed for chickens. Okay, so the edible use, you can eat the leaves, the stem, and the flowers. They're all edible, raw or cooked. Um, Medicinal use, it's good with arthritis. A tea or a tincture of this herb is used as a remedy for arthritis. It relieves the inflammation and pain of the rheumatoid arthritis. Also, try adding a strong tea to warm the bath and soak to relieve the pain, especially on the knees and on the feet. So it's good for that. You can use it as a soak as well. All right. Russalloa. Russalloa, I think I said that right. I'm going to spell it Rose as in Eric, Ola, in other rashes, right? Children and adults suffering from Russalloa, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but Rosaloa, uh, Rosala, I think that's how you say it, are plagued by the itchy rash. Use as a poultice or moisten crushed chickweed leaves, apply it to the rash for relief in the pain and the itching. Okay, adding a strong tea to the bath as well, another use for the tea in the bath, helps. All right, for nerve pain, chickweed applies chickweed applied as a poultice or salve helps relieve the pain and tingling caused by surface nerve misfiring. So for nerve pain, constipation and digestive problems. Chickweed tea treats constipation. Be careful not to overdo it with the decor with the decoction. I can't pronounce that decoction. It is strong in and it works. It goes into action. So basically, don't make it too strong. Chickweed also has an analgesic properties that act on the digestive system to relieve pain, but it does not treat the underlying causes. So just know it relieves the symptoms but doesn't treat the underlying causes. Another use for it is for skin irritation, dermatitis, eczema, hives, shingles, and varicose veins. A swab or a poultice made from chickweed works well for the skin irritations, especially on itches and rashes. It's also useful for varicose veins, hives, dermatitis, and eczema. You can add the decoction to your bath if the affected area is large. So like let's say you have it along your legs, the varicose veins, you would add it to your bath if it's a large area. Detoxification, blood purification, uh, tetanus, boils, herpes, and venereal diseases. Chickweed is an excellent detoxification agent and blood purifier. It draws poisons out of the body in cases of blood poisoning, tendinitis. Um, uh, let me see. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. Not tendinitis. Tetanus. T-E, T as in Tom, A, N as in Nancy, U-S, or from poison entering the bloodstream through a wound. For these purposes, make sure you make a poultice from equal parts of chickweed, ginger root, and raw honey. So you need those three components: chickweed, ginger root, and raw honey. Blend the mixture to a smooth paste and apply it directly on the wound or the surrounding areas. Covering the poultice with Cover the poultice and replace it every 6 hours. So you want to freshen and mix it with mix fresh ingredients every 6 hours and then apply again. Also take chickweed powder or tea to treat the problem from the inside out. So it helps from the inside as well. Take same protocol. This same protocol works for treatment of boils, herpes sores, and other venereal diseases. Take both internal and external remedies for best results. So let it work from the inside and the outside. All right. So warning: some people are allergic to chickweed. The herb is considered safe, but should not be used by a nursing woman or pregnant women without the approval of your doctor. Okay. So like I said, I'm not a doctor. I want you guys to be cautious when you use things. I want you to do all the research and then check with your doctor to make sure it's safe for any medications or any other things that you may have going on. So you always work with your doctor when you decide to choose an herb or herbal remedy. All right, I love you guys. Take care.